Hello, good morning everyone. Today we are going to do an installation video on this 2022 WRX. This video will be the installation for our new dual color option. I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but I'm shooting this video anyways. It is actually a fully printed item. It's printed on clear. This is the light smoke version. Really wet out here. I'll dry it off before we start our other installs so you can see what the light smoke is like. We're going to get dark smoke installed, but it's light smoke around the outside and then red on the inside. So it kind of gives a little bit more dimension to this vehicle because we go kind of dark, red, dark, and then red again, just trying to do some things to make it really unique. You can see we've got rear side marker or rear bumper side marker overlays on this, and we have the rear side marker overlay here on the side. We will get to those in other videos, but let's go get what we need to get this installed. I think I'll pull the vehicle around so we'll be at the front of the house. Just one second. All right, so I have a microfiber cloth speed wipe. Since you're working on a lens, you could also use glass cleaner. This speed wipe doesn't have any wax in it, so it's not going to leave any residue in between the lens and the actual overlay. We've pulled the old overlays off. One of the things you need to know about this clear material is that it can turn this kind of like milky color during the initial installation, but leave it in the heat long enough and it will be completely clear. Just like this back here. And those aren't there, but on our other Bronco, we have the same type of material, and now that's dried all out, it appears optically clear. So if you're getting some cloudiness, just realize you need to really park it in the sun after you're done with your install, get all that dried 100%, and then you'll be good to go. FYI, this is the light smoke. This is the dark smoke. Let me set this up on the stand and we'll go right into that installation. Another thing you might want to have from our store or whoever distributes our products is our sticker fab application fluid. It makes installation really easy. It really takes you from beginner to intermediate installer or intermediate to pro level. It is amazing stuff. Kind of allows you to position everything initially and then get all those air bubbles out. You can still move it around during that initial install process, but as it dries out, it won't move around as much. So soapy water can sometimes just give you such a slippery installation that once you get it aligned, it just keeps on wanting to slip. But this installation fluid, I think there's a little isopropyl alcohol in there. It kind of dries out during the installation process and makes it a lot easier. Just FYI, it is available in our store, and I think all of our distributors should have it. If they don't, please tell them to add it to their catalog. All right, now we are for real ready for this installation. Gonna spray the whole area off. Get it nice and dry. So the application fluid, they do suggest that you spray that on first. That's what we do. Now I'm gonna grab my vinyl. It's not very windy here right now, but what I like to do is peel it back a little bit. Make sure your hands are really clean too. You don't want your fingerprints all over the back of this. You can spray your hands down a little bit. That also helps. So I peel and spray so that if the wind did catch this, and it folds on itself, you can pull it off really easily. Ooh, yeah, that's another thing. Make sure you have the correct side. I'm gonna put that back down. Grab the correct side real quick. Not really labeled, but it's kind of apparent. Unless you're not paying attention. So what we want to do is get this side lined up with this, yet cover all of that white part. So it's easy to use that inner line as a point of reference, and then just make sure you're getting full coverage right there. Kind of start in the middle, hold it down with one finger, push out with the other. You can also use one of the squeegees from our site. Now, almost all taillight lenses have like a little dimple somewhere. Like this one's right here. hold it down. Push out. Like I said, squeegee will help you get in there a little bit more. Just making sure that there are no bubbles. If it wants to pull up any, just use a little bit of heat, apply it. It'll help you also dry this area out. I'm gonna do the other side real quick, and then we'll show you the whole thing with the dark smoke, what it looks like, and I'll get some pictures for myself. All right, so at the beginning of this video, I should have given you the standard disclaimer. It is 68 degrees right now. I do like to install vinyl around 70 to 80 degrees ideally. That's when the material seems to react the best. It doesn't stretch too much. If you're in climates that are hotter than that, or there's a lot of direct sunlight, be sure to do your installation in the shade. You want to be able to control the heat so it doesn't stretch out too much if you're applying a lot of pressure to these taillight overlays. And then when you're in the cold, just realize it's not going to react the same. So you might want to wait until you get a warmer day, or you might have to use a heat gun if you're going to use that liquid under it to ensure that it dries out properly and that bond develops between the taillight and the overlay. So we are going to go ahead and park these overlays, park the whole car in the sun, get it to dry out 100%, but already looking pretty good. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel if you have not, for the latest and greatest things we are working on for the 2022 WRX. Thanks.